Hello everybody, I hope that you are doing well. I have a fun new wig review for you today and I'm really excited about this one for a couple of reasons. So I was asked to be one of the new Raquel Welch co-stars, which I am so excited and beyond honored to do because I love Raquel Welch's wigs. I absolutely love them. They have been such a godsend for me, for somebody that when I started really losing my hair and it got to the point where I could not hide my hair loss with extensions anymore, I was just in such a panic to have the best of the best because I did not want to walk around with people knowing that I was wearing a wig. So I went straight from halo extensions to full-blown human hair lace wigs, which if you are familiar with wig wearing, are very, very expensive. And you kind of need to have more than one so you don't just completely wear out your really expensive wigs. So it was just so much money and it was making me like absolutely sick with the amount of money that I felt like I needed to invest in my wigs until I started finding synthetics and heat-friendly synthetics specifically. And I finally tried them out, and honestly, I love my synthetic wigs. I wear those for everyday wear now, and every once in a while I'll throw in my human hair wigs. I like those more for event wear, and that way I can really kind of preserve my expensive human hair wigs and just wear my synthetics for every day. So they're a lot more affordable, albeit they're still an investment, but they're a lot more affordable than spending $1,500 to $2,000 on human hair wigs. So all that said, I am so freaking honored to join as a co-star with Raquel Welch, and just keep telling people how much I love these wigs because they really are the best of the best in the synthetic world. And I have truly found that their caps are my absolute favorite. Their hairlines are hands down the best hairlines. So you will still get full honesty from me though. But this wig in particular was sent to me by Raquel Welch, and this was the one that I specifically chose and the color that I specifically chose for a couple of reasons. So I've always had my eye on this color. It is very dark, but it is such a beautiful, cool, neutral brown, and I really wanted to try it. I love to play around with hair colors, which I did not have the luxury of doing with my bio hair, but I love that wigs give me that freedom. So I love going from platinum blonde to dark brown to red. Like I love having that freedom and that flexibility. So I have always kind of had my eye on this color in particular. It is Shaded Ice Java, and that color code is RL410SS. So I wanted this color and I really wanted to try this cap. So this is Simmer Elite. So I have multiple Simmer wigs and I always love the cut of Simmer. And they came out with Simmer in an Elite cap, which means that it is 100% hand-tied base. The reason I have always kind of shied away from trying the hand-tied wigs is because I do have a larger than average circumference. So my circumference is 21.75, and with a hand-tied base, you're not going to have that stretchy cap that I feel like is very comfortable for me with a larger than average size head. So the hand-tied caps are going to feel and fit a little bit more snug than your regular open wefted caps. But the bright side to the hand-tied caps is that the movement of the hair is so incredibly natural. You don't have those wefts. So it is just an absolutely natural movement to the hair. So I really wanted to try this so that way I could give a really good comparison for you guys on the regular Simmer and the Simmer Elite and whether I think that it's worth the extra money. So let's get into it. This is Simmer Elite in the color Shaded Ice Java by Raquel Welch. This color, hands down, is absolutely stunning. If you are looking for a neutral, cool, dark brown, this is a fantastic color. The color itself is described as an off black shaded with a dark brown. So I feel like the colors for me because I do gravitate towards those neutral, cool tone colors. This is a beautiful brown for that. It's the simmer, same haircut style as the regular simmers. To give you the lengths, let me look at them. Okay, so the front is 11.5 inches, crown is 11.5 inches, the sides are 9 inches, the back is 10.5 inches, and the nape is 6 inches. So it falls, in the nape, it falls just past my shoulders. So it still sits like a little bit above my shoulders, just hits my shoulders, which I really like, especially with synthetic wigs. The longer synthetic wigs are going to tangle more, so you do have a little bit more upkeep with that. So just keep that in mind. So I will give you a 360 view here. So obviously this is the front, the side, the back, which has beautiful natural movement. The thing I love about the hand-tied base too, and I'll give you the other side before I start talking to you. The thing about the hand-tied base too is if you are a little bit more nervous about everyday wear in like the elements, like wind and stuff like that, the great thing about a hand-tied base is you're not going to see any wefts at all. It's 100% hand-tied, so there are no wefts. So you're not going to have that fear of your hair blowing up and exposing any wefting, which, to be quite honest, I've never had a problem with anyways, but I know that it can be incredibly intimidating when you first start wearing wigs. And you're just always so terrified that somebody's going to find you out. So that is how the wig looks. I absolutely love the simmer cut. Let me show you the cap construction. Okay, so like I said, this is the Elite. So it has the fantastic, look at my hair, y'all. I'm looking like a crazy person. Good grief. Okay, so it has that Raquel Welch temple to temple lace front, which I so appreciate. This is one of the things that I absolutely love about Raquel Welch's wigs. That temple to temple lace front gives you so much flexibility in styling, and it just helps you to feel confident when you style this away from your face, which I really appreciate. I wish that all wig brands did that because it just makes so much more difference. I'm telling you. It has a full monofilament top, so you can part it wherever you'd like and still have that illusion of scalp, which also gives you a ton of flexibility. And then it's 100% hand-tied base, so it does not have that stretchy open wefting, which is what I was most nervous about with the fit of it. But that hand-tied base does afford you a much more natural movement to the hair. And I feel like if you like your wigs to have a little bit less density or look of density, I feel like a hand-tied base is probably going to really be attractive to you, because I feel like the way that the hair falls is just a little bit more flat to your head. It does not have as much, I feel like, volume and kind of poof is not the right word to it, but lift maybe. So I do feel like it has a really nice natural way that the hair falls with that hand-tied base. It has the velvet covered ear tabs, and it has that extended nape at the bottom with the Velcro adjuster. So I love the extended napes. I feel like it just gives you a little bit more confidence that the wig is not going to ride up on you. So I do appreciate that feature as well. So let's put this back on and chat. I have not changed this wig at all other than straightening out the part. So I will kind of work with it with my heat tools, and I'll come back to you to show that, and then we'll chat a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so I did not do too much this wig at all. I really just kind of worked with it a little bit more to get it out of my face. So I just took my flat iron and kind of flat ironed the roots at the front away from my face, so that way it didn't flop as much. And then I just softened the curls at the front. Other than that, I did not do anything to it. I spritzed it with a little bit of water and combed it out a little bit. And that is really all that I needed to do to this wig. But like I always say, when you get a wig out of the box, it's not like you have to kind of work with them. They're going to come with a zigzag part, straighten that out first and foremost. The parts on these wigs are absolutely incredible. So I feel like they're very, very natural. And even for this being as dark of a brown as it is, with the more blonde wigs, you don't really have to worry about not showing at all. And Raquel Welch always does such a fantastic job with her hairlines. So even with this wig right here, she places those lighter browns at the hairline. So you really don't, I mean, you do not have any noticeable knots at all. The hairline on her wigs is always just next level, top notch. Nobody comes close to them. I'm telling you, her hairlines are the best. So I always appreciate how she does her hairlines. And I was worried with a darker brown that I would have to maybe work with concealing knots and stuff, but I just don't feel like that's the case. Like I said, there's the part right there. You can maybe see some knots, but I always tell women, people are so concerned with, oh my gosh, like I can see a knot, but you're looking at yourself really up close. And there is nobody that is going to be looking at your hairline that closely. To be quite honest, we give ourselves more credit than is due. People do not pay that much attention to us, I'm telling you. I change my wig styles, my wig colors, and people never even blink an eye. They honestly don't even notice. So I feel like when you're that concerned with like knots and stuff like that, the only people that are going to be up that close and personal to your hairline are people that already know that you wear wigs and don't care anyways. That's what I always try to tell women. It's like we're so self-conscious and we think that everybody is just dissecting us. And that's just not the case. People honestly are more worried about their own hangups than picking out yours. So that's what I always try to tell people. It's like, just wear the wig and feel confident that you look beautiful. So anyways, my thoughts on the Elite cap and whether it's worth the extra money. So if you have, my circumference is 21.75. If you have a larger circumference than that, this is not the wig for you. It is a snugger fit, which I was expecting. I can still make this work. I do have to kind of work with the wig placement a little bit to make sure that I'm getting the coverage that I need. It's not a stretchy open wefting. So it does feel a little bit snugger on my head, but it is by no means uncomfortable on me. But I would say if you are larger than I am, at a 21.75, go with the regular simmer. You're going to need that extra stretch because it is a tighter fit. However, as far as my thoughts on whether the Elite is worth the extra money, I absolutely love the hand-tied base. I think that the movement of the hair, the way that the hair falls is so natural looking that I do not mind splurging with that extra money on the Elite cap. I do think that it definitely is worth the extra money to have that. I don't know that I would do it on every single wig, but if you have a wig that you really, really love, I do feel like it gives you a little bit of extra confidence with how the hair moves and falls on the actual cap itself. So anyways, I love Raquel Welch's stuff. This one is no exception. If you are looking for a really good, cool brown, this is such a beautiful color. Shaded Ice Java is such a beautiful brown. So anyways, that's my thoughts on Simmer Elite and Shaded Ice Java. If you have any questions, as always, put them in the comments below. I'm happy to help you. Otherwise, I hope that y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.